All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is Black Wealth Empowerment Live. I hope you're having a great evening wherever you're watching this, anywhere in the United States or around the world. Brothers and sisters, welcome to another exciting episode here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. My name is Daryl Muhammad, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, with a little rain outside. We got a storm passing through. We're getting a lot of rain, but the show must go on. All right. So we're here for broadcast. Believe it or not, check this out. We're here for broadcast 112. That's right, brothers and sisters. 112, 112 broadcasts. We're excited that you decided to be here with us today. We're excited to bring you this episode, this 112th episode here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. That's a lot of episodes. That's going back several years, brothers and sisters. If we did it every week, that would be what, 2 years plus? But we have breaks in between. Sometimes we skip a broadcast due to our BWE policies that we have here. Last week we weren't here because I had graduation stuff to do. My youngest daughter, Dalila, graduated from high school, and that was the last graduation event. Uh, at this particular time this year, I had my second oldest, Donisha, graduated this year from college. So as you know, it's graduation season around the country. So that that you have to pay attention to and give it the time that's required. Why? Because it's an opportunity of a lifetime. It's something that's very, very special in the lives of our children and should be in our life too. So we weren't here last week, but my co-host, Sister Brandy, went live and brought you a powerful, powerful message. And also the Courage Coach. The Courage Coach went live and brought you a message as well. So, brother says you want to be involved, you want to participate, you want to be active in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group, right? Let me just tell you something, brother says when it comes to Black wealth empowerment, there is no kind of sort of you in it. You kind of, if you have time, if it's convenience, when it comes to Black wealth and empowerment, brothers and sisters, you either are or you aren't. You're either in or you're out. You're not kind of, sort of. You're not maybe. You're not sort of, right? You're not kind of pregnant. You're either pregnant or you're not. So that's how it is. That's how you have to look at it when it comes to this community and when it comes to the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. So we want to invite everybody at the sound of my voice to go ahead and click the link below, livevirtualnetworking.com. We made it real easy for you. Go ahead and click on that link. That'll take you straight to the Facebook page. You click join. All right. It is a private group, so we do have to vet you to make sure it's a match. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube or somewhere else, go to Facebook and put in the browser Black Wealth Empowerment. And it'll take you to our page, and there you can join as well. All right, brothers and sisters. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully some of you guys are coming in. We want you to come in and get ready for a powerful, powerful message. And we're going to bring it to you at the second half of the hour. This is the hour of power, right? The hour of power. So we want to make sure that we save the best for last, because we know people are doing different things. Sunday is a big family day, a big worship day, and we just want to squeeze a little bit of time out of your schedule to bring you something that we believe that can fuel you, right? That can help us focus and keep the main thing for us. All right. Now, I usually have my co-hosts with me, but both of them are absent. Both of them have called out, right? Sister Brandy, she's what did she say? I think she said she's traveling or she's part of a ceremony, and she's going to try to pop in, but most likely won't be able to make it, right? And Rodney Assad, he is traveling. He's a I call him a peak performance coach. He's an inspirational speaker. He travels the globe, and he was in Alaska recently. He's been to Hawaii several times. He travels the globe, brothers and sisters, touching people's lives, helping people to realize that they can live their potential. their God-given potential. And that's a marvelous work. That's a marvelous, marvelous work. So our brother is traveling as we speak. He won't be able to get to the hotel in time enough to get on, but he did say to let you all know that he will be going live in the group. He will be going live in the group. So what you need to do, brothers, is if you're serious, and you should be, and I expect you be, you wouldn't be here if you weren't serious, right? We're 112 broadcasts in this thing. Unless this is your first time, then you're past curious, right? If you've seen us and joined us more than once or twice or three times, brothers and sisters, you should be past curious. You should be past curious, and you should be on your way, if not serious by now, right? So make sure you hit the notification button somewhere on the Facebook page. You can hit it to where in a note, excuse me, it'll notify you anytime we go live or someone goes live on our platform. It'll notify you, and then you'll be able to watch it, right? You'll be able to watch it. So Rodney Assad Muhammad, our courage coach, will go live. I think he said later on this afternoon to bring you a special message in the absence of his presence with us today, because our title is always broken up into two parts. Whatever the title is that you see, brothers and sisters, from week to week, it's broken up in two parts. It's broken up in the spiritual part, which Brother Rodney Assad covers first. That's why he's the inspirational coach. All right, so he covers that first. You got to get your spirit right. You got to get your mind right. And then I come behind with the financial piece, something that we can take the spiritual and manifest it into something physical. Those two things have to go together. And when they don't, then you have a problem sooner or later, right? So he's going to bring you the inspirational part of tonight's message when he comes live later on. All right. Now, tonight's message is how to finish 2017 on top with more money. On top with more money. On top with more money. All right. Now, brothers and sisters, here's what I want you to do. I want those of us who are members already to go to the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Do that right now. I got my little handy phone here. I'll be able to go to the group myself. Go there right now and put in your information. Put in your information, brothers and sisters. Put in your information. Your name, what city, what do you do for a living, what company, right? What profession are you in? If you have a part-time business, a sometime business, a full-time business, put the website, advertise. We as Black people, if we're going to be powerful and be empowered and have wealth, you have to understand about promotion. Even if you don't promote, you have to understand it to the point to where you're no longer offended when people try to promote themselves to you. Excuse me. Try to promote themselves to you. Oh, they're trying to sell something. We have to understand, brothers and sisters. We have to understand on a much higher level. We have to understand not on the level where we are. We have to understand to the level that where we want to be. Everybody here watching this program, part of this program, is looking for something more. You're looking to grow. You're looking to expand. You're looking to develop, right? That's natural. If that's not the case, brothers and sisters, then we need to work on that. We need to work on that. You want to be satisfied and grateful, but you don't want to be content. Those are two different things. Being content is being satisfied, living less than your potential, living less than what God has intended for us. That's content. We want to be grateful. We want to be appreciative. We don't want to be content. We don't want to be satisfied for less than what God has for us. God has for us, brothers and sisters, and God wants all of us, and he has put in all of us in our nature and everything that he created. He's put in its nature the desire to be free. To be free. That means with no restrictions other than the restrictions that he puts on us. Other than that, he wants us to be free, to live to the fullest of our potential, right? So the Courage Coach is going to come on later on today and talk about the first part, right? How to end or how to finish 2017 at the top. And I will talk about more money. More money. Because just understand, brothers and sisters, if you want to do more, more is required. Scripture says, to much is given, much is required. Right? So if God gives you a desire, he gives you and I a purpose. He gives you and I potential. Well, there's some things that's required to live out, to fulfill, to exercise, to walk in that potential. And money is one of the things that's required. One of the things that's required. And too often we dismiss money beyond necessities. We dismiss money beyond, I want another cell phone. I want a flat screen. I want to take a cruise. Is that your potential? A cruise? Is that your potential, your God-given aspiration and potential to help other people, to be a beacon light for other people? Is that a flat screen? I don't think so, brothers and sisters. I don't think so, right? So this is what we're talking about here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live, here at the 112th broadcast, brothers and sisters. Now, we need your help. See, one thing you and I have to understand, and we have to exercise once we understand, is that wealth building, empowerment is a team sport. You can't do it by yourself. You can't. It's not mathematically possible. So here's what I want you to do. Everybody that's watching live and in the replay somewhere around this video in the replay, you got a share button. YouTube is down at the bottom, but here watching it live is up top. We call that the BWE social media dance. Do the social media dance, brothers and sisters. I need for you to hit those buttons right above those social media tabs. We put them right there for you, but you got to hit them. Hit that first one. It's the Facebook like button that lets Facebook know you like our page. You can hit that many times as you want tonight. Hit that like a bell, right? Hit that like your tambourine. Hit that like your claps in church, in mosque. Hit that like your that's right, your amens, and teach hard and preach. Hit that like that. Then next to that, you have your Facebook share. You have your Twitter. You have your Instagram. Oh, no, not Instagram. You have your LinkedIn, I think it is. You have your G+. You see them right there above, brothers and sisters. We need for you to hit each one of them. But when you hit the Facebook share, put in hashtag Hangout BWE. Hashtag Hangout BWE. And then put a message there. Join us. You're missing it. Join us. We started. Hashtag Hangout BWE. All right. You put that in Twitter. Hashtag Hangout BWE. That's what you do, brothers and sisters. Put those hashtags in. Hashtag. Right? Hashtag. Put those hashtags in and put a message in there. Join us. LinkedIn or Instagram, whatever that is. G+. Join us. Join us. Join us. Share this stream, brothers and sisters. Your price of admission is not just showing up. It's to share. Share this stream every 3 minutes. Blow it up. See, we got to push back this noise that's out here on social media. It's a lot of buffoonery, right? It's a lot of buffoonery here. We got to be able to push back. And it takes everybody. They have people that share that craziness. So you have to share this stream. You have to share the stream for us. Before I go any further, I forgot to give you the greetings of Ramadan Mubarak. All of us who are practicing in this holy month of Ramadan, right? And there's a lot of us as black people that are not Muslims that are practicing Ramadan because they want to get closer to God. They want to be able to clean up and improve their lives. See, that's natural, brothers and sisters, right? So they're not going to be confined to, I'm not a Muslim, so I'm not doing that. They're free. They're free. They free themselves of the confines of this world and say, you know what? I'm familiar with fasting. I know fasting is good. I know I need to clean up my thoughts. I know that's good, right? I know I need to read the Quran or read my spiritual book. So I'm going to do that. So there's many of us that are coming back home, brothers and sisters. So Ramadan Mubarak, I pray that you all are having a strong Ramadan. I pray that your resolve is strong, the steadfast, so when those hunger pains hit you, you fight them off. I pray that when you don't feel like reading your Quran, that you read your Quran, that you stay up on your reading of your Quran. I pray that you get up in the morning and make your Fajr prayer and all your prayers, because Ramadan is a time that we go ahead and do what we know we should have done, or we should be doing, or do better, right? So brothers and sisters, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Go ahead and share hit those social media tabs up there, brothers and sisters. Share this stream. Share this stream. You know, back prior to reaching 100, we said that we were going to let this platform, let BWE grow organically. Let it grow organically, meaning we just invite people. It's like kind of like church and mosque. You invite them just to hear the word. You let the Spirit convict them to join or not, right? Because we are taught in the Holy Quran that there's no compulsion in religion. We don't force you to join. So we took that same stance, and we only accept those who are referred to Black Wealth, but came on their own. Brothers and sisters. Not, I'm going to add this person to the group. I'm going to add this person to the group. No, they did it on their own. So now we've grown, I think, over 1,000. Let me see if I can check real quick. On my cell phone, I can't see the number. I don't want to mess up this broadcast. But anyway, we should be at 1,000. Sister Brandy, our membership coordinator, she would know right off the bat like that. It's close to 1,000, if not over 1,000. And all of those have been organically, brothers and sisters. Organically. Remember, it's not the size, it's not the number of people, right? It's not the number of people. So when you understand building wealth and understand the concept of wealth and empowerment, you know that is not the number of people. It's the force behind the people that you have. So what we're doing now is we're building up the force, right? We're building up the force, brothers and sisters. That's why you have to share, right? It's just like in school, right? If you're going to get an A, if you're going to pass the class, you got to participate. Very hard to impossible to pass the class if you refuse to participate. Your participation is zero, right? Your participation is zero. So we need everybody to participate, brothers and sisters. We're in the last half of this year. Can you believe it? 6 months of this year is gone already. Where did it go? Where was I when it was flying by me? Are we able to, off the top of our heads, make a list of 25 things that we can remember over the last 6 months? Specific things. I can put graduation. Some of us can put graduation. Well, we got 24 more to go. Where has this past 6 months gone? But don't worry, brothers and sisters. If God says the same, He'll bless us with another 6 months for the remaining of the year. That's why we took on the subject, how to finish 2017 on top and with more money. We're in the second half of this race. We're in the second half of 2017. As the old folks say, you can't cry over spilt milk. The first half of 2017 is gone. It's been used up. There's nothing we can do about that, brother, to change, brothers and sisters, to change the first half of 2017. But we can take lessons from the first half, the first 6 months, and use it moving forward. Use it pressing forward. And we're going to talk about that tonight. If you just join us, our Courage Coach is going to come on live a little bit later inside the private, the Elusive Exclusive Facebook group. So make sure you're a member. I'm going to bring on a couple of members that's in the queue waiting. They've been vetted, and we're going to bring them on. But brothers and sisters, we want to make sure. See, now is not the time to miss something. Now is not the time to miss something. See, we have to focus on the right things. Take your attention off of Donald Trump for a minute. Because I can rest and assure you, he's not focusing on us as much as we're focusing on him. I'm talking about the little things. Now, he's focusing on us as far as the big stuff. Right? But the little stuff, he's not worrying about, if you hold somebody's hand. He's not worried about if your significant other is walking behind you. Brothers and sisters, we don't have time to focus on unnecessary things. We don't have time to focus on things that won't make a difference in our lives. Won't make a difference in our lives. Well, Session just increased the penalty for incarceration. Yes, but so did Bill Clinton. Right? What are we going to do? Are we going to clean up so we can focus on what we need to do and God can bless us with success because we're cleaned up, which would avoid us from getting caught in the snares of Satan? Or are we going to continue to live our life short of how it should be in each other and worry about getting caught in the traps and the snares of Satan? Brothers and sisters, Black wealth empowerment. Empowerment and wealth comes from a focus, a concentrated effort, right? And if something doesn't fall in those areas of focus, we're not paying too much attention to it. So if it's not down the area of the area, the space of relationship with ourselves, God, our family, our community, then we're not paying too much attention to it. If it's not down the area, down the space of health, good health for ourselves, our family, and our community, we shouldn't have much focus for that. We shouldn't have any time for that. If it's not in other areas, it can be politics as it specifically pertains to you. The politics of your household, the politics of your family, the politics of your community. That means the policies that govern how you live, how we live. We have to focus on these things, brothers and sisters. So our focus, our laser beam focus, gives the power we need to accomplish what we need to accomplish this last 6 months of the year. How to finish. You want to finish strong. Some of us may know that it's not how you start that's as important than how you finish. Especially as Black people in America, brothers and sisters. Come on now. Let's not forget from whence we've come. Right? Let us not forget. Some of us are born in adverse conditions. But because we know it's not how you start, it's how you finish, how you run the race that makes the difference. Then a lot of us, right, are running this race and we're making progress. We're getting so far from whence we've come. But we have to continue. We have to continue. We have to continue, brothers and sisters. So we have to finish 2017 strong. We have to finish it strong. Now, the reason why we've been around for 112 broadcasts is because of our mission here at Black Wealth Empowerment. Why Brother Rodney Assad has been with us for more than half of those 120 broadcasts, Sister Brandy, more than half of those 112 episodes, and myself, almost all of them except for one or two, is because the mission is what makes Brother Rodney Assad sacrifice. He has his own business. He has several businesses. Sister Brandy, a mother, a wife, a business owner. What makes her sacrifice? What makes me sacrifice? It's the mission. It's the purpose of this broadcast. Brothers and sisters, our mission is to bring you and I, what we need to pull back the black curtains of information, of knowledge that we need as black people, that we're not going to get in the institutions of learning of this world. To bring it and present it to you so it can prick your conscience, raise your consciousness up as far as being black, being wealthy, and being empowered. It's a state of being. Blackness is a state of being. Wealth is a state of being. Empowerment is a state of being, brothers and sisters. So we want to give you and bring you those very tools that you and I need, that we can't get from institutions of the world. This is what we pride ourselves on. And this is the mission, the purpose of Black Wealth Empowerment. And we're striving hard to meet that mission. See, a mission is like a goal that you have to strive to achieve. And a mission should be one to where you're ever in pursuit of that mission. Different from a goal. You want to meet goals. Missions, it wants to be so aspirational that you're constantly reaching for it. So our mission is to pull back the black curtain, pull back, right, what is keeping us from knowing, understanding, and implementing that which we need to empower ourselves, our family, and our community, brothers and sisters. Because it's not a mystery, right? It's not, a mystery. Is not, why are we not more successful as a people, as individuals? It's a reason why. It's something that we don't know as a people collectively. Enough of us don't know to whereas it can have a mass, right? A few of us know, not enough of us know. That's why you have to share this broadcast, brothers and sisters. You really have no choice if you're serious, if you love yourself enough, if you cherish your time enough, that you would come here week after week after week, or stay this long in the broadcast tonight. We're halfway through the hour of power. If you're here this long, you spent an exhausted time that you'll never get back. And if you like what you hear, then you're obligated to share, brothers and sisters. To much is given, much is required. You're obligated to share this stream. And we're asking that you do it every 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes, brothers and sisters. Every 3 minutes. Share this stream. Because this stuff we share is powerful. Sometimes you have to watch it 2 and 3 times because you know it's good. You got whatever you can grab from it. But what you still left some on the table. So you got to go back sometimes and watch it a second, a third time. You should. Science shows that you only retain about 10 to 20% of something that you hear only once. Only once. So if you want to retain it, you have to listen to it more than once. Right? If it's good enough to listen to once, it's good enough to listen to over and over and over again. But that's why we have this broken up into 2 parts. The inspiration, right? Give you information, words, right? In spirit with that word that will inspire you. Inspire our thinking. Inspire us to think at another level, to raise our consciousness up as it pertains to black wealth empowerment. That's what it's about, brothers and sisters. See, black wealth empowerment is all inclusive. See, why just go for, right, just 1 or 2 things when you can exert enough energy to go after something that's all inclusive? That's all inclusive, brothers and sisters. That's the more intelligent approach to take. to focus on something that's more all-inclusive. So we give it to you here so you can take it and work with it throughout the week. So you can take it and you can parse it throughout the week. So you can take it and you can implement it throughout the week. So you can take it and you can work with it. Right? Black wealth empowerment requires some work, brothers and sisters, requires some work. All right, for those of you just joining, this is Black Wealth Empowerment Live, and we want you to go ahead and go to the private elusive exclusive Facebook group. You can hit the link below, livevirtualnetworking.com. It'll take you straight there. Put in your information. Introduce yourself. It's hard to build wealth, right? Being a secret agent. Right? It's hard to build wealth. You hide and you don't want nobody to know you're here. Well, how are you going to build wealth? Wealth is not going to find you, brothers and sisters. You're going to have to go out and find the pieces, the ingredients for wealth. See, we lose by default. By default, many times, brothers and sisters. We lose by default. We don't have enough players on the court, on the football field. Those that you have on the field, they want to play. They got good intentions. They're ready, but you don't have enough players on the field. So you lose by default. Many of us, we're losing by default, brothers and sisters. We're losing by default because we don't understand that we need more players on the field. We don't have enough players on the field. All right, let's go ahead and welcome some of our new members. I'm going to bring them in right now. We have Brother Samuel Muhammad out of Phoenix, Arizona. He's a tourist and hospitality industry. He's an entrepreneur. Brother Samuel Muhammad. Let's welcome him. He's been added to the private elusive exclusive Facebook group. All right, next is Sister Lynette Braxton. Sister Lynette Braxton. All right. She is joining us. She doesn't have her information here. Let's see what sister's out of. She doesn't have it here. But let's welcome Sister Lynette Braxton to the private elusive exclusive Facebook group here at Black Wealth Empowerment Live. Now, brothers and sisters, you know what to do when we bring our new members in. No matter when you see this broadcast, it doesn't matter. I just gave you their names. Go into the private elusive exclusive Facebook group and hit them. Send them a personal message. Tell them, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad that you're here. Right? Get involved and you'll get a lot out of it. Get involved, you'll get a lot out of it. So let's welcome our two new members. Now remember, we're saying we're growing organically. Nobody is adding people to the group. They're doing this on their own. Right? So brothers and sisters, let's welcome them. Let's make them feel welcome. I want this to be the most loved group on Facebook. All right, let's do that. Let's do that, brothers and sisters. Let's go ahead and hit that social media tab once again. Go ahead and share this hashtag Hangout BWE, hashtag Hangout BWE, hashtag Hangout BWE. And now remember, put your stuff in here. Put your name, and I can give you shout out for those that are joining us tonight. So we're waiting for you to do that. I see you. I see you. Can't hide. See, this broadcast platform that we have here, and this is our own personal broadcast platform. You see the advertisements on the side and the advertisement at the bottom, right? If you want your business advertised, let me know, right? Let me know. Reach out to myself or Sister Brandy, and she'll tell you, get the little flyer made and send it to her or send it to me or whatever, and we'll get it up there, right? We want to reward those that are following instructions. We're going to reach out to somebody and say, hey, you want some free advertisement? Go ahead and give us your information. We'll advertise for free. But since we're going to reach out to some of you all and we're going to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, we want you to go live. Go live in the group and give a message, right? Go live in the group. Tell us about your business. Go live in the group or do a video because we have to get out of this self-imposed prison that we're in. Anytime, brothers and sisters, we resist to do something that's good for us, We have to break that. We have to break that spirit. That's a spirit we have to break, right? So do whatever you have to do to break that spirit, brothers and sisters. So go ahead and put your information in the private, elusive, exclusive Facebook group. Go ahead and put it in there. Your name, your city, church, mosque, fraternity, sorority, with your profession, your business, your website. Brother and sister, use that platform. Use that private group. You see things that I post in there, other members post that are empowering, right? That we can use. See, we can use that as our own news, if you will, our own CNN, our own Fox News, our own MSNBC. But we have to be the one that posts the information in there. We have to be the one that posts the articles in there. We have to be the one that posts the videos in there. We have to be the one that go live in there. Now make sure it's some good stuff. Just don't, post it because the title's good. Read it. Vet it. Right? We should be on guard. We should guard our minds, brothers and sisters, before we just let anything come in. Right? In a few minutes, I'm going to do my portion of how to finish 2017 on top and with more money. And with more money. See, the more people you want to help, the more resources you need, including money. The more time you need, including freedom. The more energy you need, including spirit. You got to have the spirit to want to help people. You can have the money, you can have the time. We need the spirit to want to help people. That's what we have to do. That's how you empower yourself beyond money, including money. Right? Include money. Right? Stop treating money as a forsaken thing, brothers and sisters. Where energy goes, where attention goes, energy flows. Where attention goes, where your attention goes, that's where the energy goes. That's where the energy flows. And then it flows back to you. Right? If we're concerned about, oh, money ain't everything, I'm not greedy. See, that's a mindset. In the bigger scheme of things, brothers and sisters, black folks are so far from being greedy. See, greedy is a mindset. Right? There's some people that's multimillionaires. They don't think themselves to be greedy because they give away 20% of it. See, they give away the excess. Greed is when you hold on to the excess. You don't let it go. You just hold on to it. You hoard it. You're being niggardly. Right? Greed is what you want more and more and more just for yourself. And you grudgingly give. That's greedy. That's greedy, brothers and sisters. Right? And if that's not you, if that's not a spirit you have, then don't worry about it. They say that money only magnifies who you are. You don't need money to be greedy. You don't need money to be niggardly. It's a spirit. You just need that spirit. Because if you don't have money, you can be niggardly and greedy with your time. Right? You want my time. You want to exhaust my time. Where you going? Oh man, I thought we was gonna hang out. You got 5 more minutes. See, you won't take up my time, And I leave, now you're gonna get somebody else. You want to take up their time. So we got to understand this thing called money, brothers and sisters. We got to understand that it has its place. And out of place, it does us no good. Out of place, it makes us imbalance. See, this is what we have to understand. This is the pulling back of the black curtain. Right? See, we are unique people that had a unique experience here in America. So anything that's going to be truly effective for us, highly effective for us, has to be as unique as our experience. That's why that genetic stuff only does so much. It only holds us for a little while. It only does a little bit. It only does just a little for us. But based on what we need, as the old folks say, it's just a drop in the bucket. Right? It doesn't fill us up. That's why we drink excessively, some of us, and smoke excessively, some of us, and enjoy sports excessively, some of us, and engage in promiscuity, in sex, and all these other stuff. Because we're not tapping in to that unique, right, source that's as unique as our experience, that's uniquely customized and designed based on our experience. But that's what Black Wealth Empowerment is. That's why you should participate. That's why you should share this stream. Who in their right mind don't want a custom suit? Who in their right mind don't want to design their own home? Who in their right mind doesn't want something that's specifically made for them? Only someone who's not in their right mind. And a lot of us aren't in our right minds. So how do we get in our right mind? We have to clear our minds. We have to get that information that's already there and get rid of it and replace it with that information that's going to put us in our right frame of mind. And we are excited to just do our little part here at Black Wealth Empowerment. Do our little part. You know why it's a little part? Because you have to do the rest. The rest is on you, brothers and sisters. The rest is on me, brothers and sisters. We as Black people have to start taking full responsibility, whatever outcome we desire. Stop worrying about the government and go. Go for it. Go for what you know. See, if we really want to be free, that means we'll have to take responsibility for ourselves. See, a slave doesn't want to be free, right? Because that means he'll have to feed himself. He'll have to clothe himself. He'll have to shelter himself. He'll have to educate himself. Well, how are we going to do that? We never done that before. Where do we start? You start with yourself, brothers and sisters. Oh, Daryl, that's esoteric. No, you start with your thinking of your mind. You start with your mind. Where focus, attention goes, energy flows. You put your attention on that. And then you'll be surprised how your energy level to do that will come into play. You'll be surprised how now you'll start seeing things differently. You start seeing it from the lens of the desire of wanting to be free. Now you start seeing how people, things, and circumstances are working in your favor, our favor, to be free. But our attention has to be there first and has to stay there. You know, it has to stay there. We gain weight because we consume a lot of calories in a short period of time. Because if you spread those calories out, we wouldn't gain weight. You want to lose weight, you got to burn up calories in a short period of time. Right? So I'm saying we got to, the energy, attention has to stay there. Has to stay there, brothers and sisters, so it can flow. All right? So let's share this stream right now. Let's go ahead and share this stream as we talk about the topic of the night is how to finish 2017 on top and with more money. I don't know about you, brothers and sisters. You know, I choose a lot of these topics based on what I think that we need, based on what it is that I know we need, based on what I know we need to focus on, based on where we are. Majorly speaking, as a people, right? You don't. All you got to do is Google New Year's resolution. You'll see that most people fall off the first month. So let alone 6 months. Oh man, please. We're not even thinking about our resolution. Our resolution is what time the game come on tonight, right? That's our resolution. Who gonna win the NBA championship? Golden State or Cleveland? We've given up most of us giving up on we forgot what our goals are. Most of us. Most of us. Why? Because we took our attention, our focus off of our goals. I got my 10X plan. I write my goals every day. You know, you miss a day or so, but in the bigger scheme of things, it's every day, twice a day, in the morning and before I go to bed. See, we have to develop the habits, brothers and sisters. See, they call it lifestyle. How are you styling your life? So let's talk about it. We've been touching on just the idea of tonight's topic, how to finish 2017 on top with more money. Brothers and sisters, half of the year is behind us. Let us give praise to Almighty God for allowing us to live the first half of this year. And let us pray that we live the second half of this year and many years to come. It's not how you start a race, brothers and sisters. It's how you finish. It's how you run the race. Because how you finish is how you run it. If you stop running, you never finish it. Right? If you start off strong and see that progress is not being made to your satisfaction and you stop running, you're stopping every chance you get. You decrease your pace. How you finish? Very late, very delayed, right? Very weak. So that's what we have to understand. So let's hit on a couple of points on how to finish 2017 on top and with more money. Let me just say this about money, brothers and sisters, so to help us out. Because see, I've been there and done that. See, I've been and gone through a lot of where you all haven't gone through yet. See, you hear things talk about hacks. Hacks are shortcuts, and it's really not really shortcuts in a sense. It means that this information, right, if you use it, will shorten your learning curve. Shorten your learning curve, right? Because, like, for example, to go from Houston to, let's say, California, the distance is a certain number of miles, right? Now you can get in a car and drive it, a bus and ride it, motorcycle and ride it. But the hack to get there faster would be you understanding and learning that if you get on a plane, you'll get there faster. See, so that body of information and then implementing that information gives you a hack, a shortcut, which really means it shortens the learning curve. It shortens the time frame. So now you can get on a plane and get from Houston to California much faster. See, so I've been there and done that, but since I've been on this journey, focusing, putting energy, attention on this journey for a very long time. I have not quit. I'm out there, looking for the pieces to the million-piece puzzle. I'm out there looking and striving and making my way and tapping my way in the dark, if you will. But I see a light. I see a light. I'm becoming the light in the darkness of the tunnel. That's really what it's about. That's really what it's about, brothers and sisters. You look for a light until you become the light. But let me just give you some points. Let me say a thing about money. So this thing about money. See, in this institutional learning of this world, it shapes our mind when it comes to money to look for specific things to do. It programs our mind to say, Daryl, tell me, it's stocks and bonds. Daryl, tell me it's gold. Give me, what I'm saying? Just hand deliver me what I need to do. Just tell me it's real estate. Tell me it's just the leading career so I can go get that degree. See, we're looking for people to do for us what we should do on our own. We should go through the process of discovery, because what works for one person don't work for you. It doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It means that it didn't work for you. I have a saying that goes like this: there's a million ways to make $1 million in America. You just need to find one. And that's the discovery process. Failure, as it's called, is part of the discovery process. Being disappointed is part of the discovery process. Being frustrated is part of the discovery process. See, these are the things we have to understand, so we'll be expecting them. Not that we're encouraging them, we're wishing them, we're calling them into our existence. We know they're going to be there. Just travel, young man, just travel. So when it comes to the thing about money, we need to understand, we need to clear our minds up. We need somebody to point us in the direction. How you get there is up to you. If you use a car, if you use a bus, if you use a plane, if you use a train, if you use a boat, you have to find the one that you can get on now that will get you closer there. And as you and I grow, we'll change our mode, because in truth, we want to get there as fast as possible. Why? Because we don't know how much time we have on this earth. You have to be patient, but you still want to go as fast as you can. Impatient does not mean the same as hurrying up. You can hurry up and be patient, or you can move real slow and be impatient. So let me just touch on some things as it pertains to how to finish 2017 on top with more money. I'm not going to give you some secret inside stock tip. I'm not going to tell you the hottest market for real estate investing. I'm not going to tell you the hottest tip. And see, that's what we've been doing. And we don't really understand what's required to make any opportunity, anything successful. So we just fall short and fail at multiple things, and then we give up. Why? Because we don't understand, and we're being bamboozled. We're being hoodwinked, brothers and sisters. But here at Black Wealth Empowerment, we give you what you need, so you won't be bamboozled. And it's not where you can get everywhere. See, that's the thing we have to understand. Black Wealth Empowerment, you can't get that at Walmart. It's not at Target. It's not somewhere you can just call Ray, just randomly call anybody on the phone, in your phone, and they're going to tell you what it is to be black, wealth, and empowered. I wish it was that easy. We would already be black, wealthy, and empowered. But being that it's not, it lets you know that it's just not readily available to us. It's not sitting on the surface. It's not a commodity. So what we give you here, we give you what we know that we need. Unfortunately, so often it's not what we want, and we don't watch. We don't pay attention. We don't come back. We don't share. We always want to get just now. I'm going to see how this works. It ain't that little bit ain't going to work. Why you think on a medicine bottle it tell you take every 4 hours, take every 6 hours, take every hour, every 8 hours? It don't say take a little, see how it work, and then take some more. But somehow we think that that's going to work for us, our advancement, for our wealth development, our empowerment of black people. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work anywhere. Can't you and I see, brothers and sisters, that doesn't work? Or have you become content, satisfied? Right? We want to be grateful. We want to be appreciative to God for whatever we have. But we're not content because we know that there's more. There's always going to be more. It's not about external. It's about internal. Because I know, God, that you put in me more than what I've produced. And I want to produce all that you put in me to produce. What seed of God doesn't want to produce all that's in it to produce if planted in the right soil and given the right sunlight and the right nourishment of water and soil? What seed doesn't want to grow as big as it can grow? produce as much as it can produce. Well, what about you and I, brothers and sisters? What about you and I? See, we got to get back to the natural things of God. And that's material. That's how we're going to finish 2017 on top with more money. Is living into the fullness of what is in us, what God has placed in us. So here's some tips on the money part. Number one, what is on top for you, brothers and sisters? What does on top mean to you? If you want to finish in San Francisco, you leave Houston, go to San Francisco, my hometown. If that's where you want to finish, that's on top for you, then you got to know what it is. You got to know where you want to go. You got to know what your what's it called? Your interim destination is, not your final destination. That'll be determined for you and I when we die. That's our final destination. What is on top for you financially? What does that mean to you? You have to sit down and determine that for yourself. You have to define that. Freedom is you taking information, data, and you determining how it's best for you, your family, and our community. Not somebody telling you, this is what you need to do. The hottest career is this. The hottest investment is this. It's blowing up in Atlanta. That's where you need to go. They got starving black folks in Atlanta. They got black folks that's living below their desires and their potential. What does on top mean for you right now? Not January 1st. We already got that. We already 6 months past that. That maybe not. Maybe wasn't it for you. It's called reassessment. It's called course correction. So right now, today, what is it? The 4th of June. What does on top mean for you? You have to define that for yourself. Financially now, Coach can come on later on tonight and tell you from a spiritual standpoint, from a personal development standpoint, from a self-improvement standpoint. Does that mean getting out of debt? Does that mean having money saved up in your bank account so you can invest? Right? So you invest? Is that what on top means to you? Does it mean to pay off your college debt? Number one step is you and I, we have to define things. See, we have to go back to elementary school. Some stuff in school is very useful now. Right? We have to define what does it mean to you to be on top. Number one, you always start with a definition. What does it mean to be freedom for me? What does it mean to be wealthy to me? What does it mean to me? Right? Number one, what is on top to you? Number two is then you have to put a plan together. All right, I want to go from Houston to California. Now how you going to get there? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Well, you stuck right there. Put together a plan, brothers and sisters, a plan. How? How are you going to get out of debt? How are you going to save up money so you can invest in real estate? How are you going to get out of college debt? How? Number two is put together a plan of action. Plan of action, POA, plan of action. Most of us stop before we get started. We just know what I just want to be rich. I just want to. See, that's the seed of desire. That's the seed of potential. That's where you start from. That's what you start from. What does it mean to be on top to me? Number two is you got to put together a plan of action. How are you going to get from where you are to where you want to be? Number two, a plan. Put together a plan. That means you got to go out and get information. You have to go out and get information on how to achieve whatever on top means to you. Brothers and sisters, Einstein, what's his name? Einstein, the genius, said, and I'm paraphrasing, he said, the mind that got you in your situation can't be the mind that gets you out. What does that mean, Daryl? What does that mean? Here's what I understand it to mean. That means the information you already have has gotten you as far as it's gotten you. We need new information, new information, new information from the outside. Not just new information. We need the exact correct information that's going to serve a specific purpose, like apples serve a specific, vitamin or protein or whatever it does for us. Just like broccoli provides certain types of nutrients for us, different from oranges, different from cantaloupe, different from watermelon. They have specifics that it provides our body. Water has specific minerals and nutrients for our body. So is the information that needs to come into our heads. So we need to go out and get the information on how. Number 2, put together a plan. We got to get outside information that will clean up the misinformation we have. Provide us with the exact information we need. You have to do that, brothers and sisters. I can't do that for you. I can't be free for you. I can be as free as I want to be. That's not going to make you free. What's going to make you free is you have to do what's necessary in your life to make you free, to make this second half of 2017, finishing it strong. See, now is the time to build up momentum so you can roll into 2018. You really never want to stop. You might want to pause, take a break, but you never want to just stop. That's not good. Number 2, a plan. How do you do it? How do I meet on top? My definition, what does on top mean to me? Now, step 2, put together a plan of how do I get there? How do I get on top? And you start making motion, brothers and sisters. Yeah, walking might not be the fastest way to get to California, but at least you're making progress. And along the way, then you might can catch a ride. I'm not promoting hitchhiking, but you understand the example. It's an example. Or you get on the bus because that's all the money you have. Then now you up your transportation. You don't ride the bus anymore. Now you driving a car. You up your transportation again, and now you're riding, far distances in a plane. So number 2 is put a plan together. How to. Number 3, you have to have a singleness of focus. Singleness of focus. Scientist says that your mind can only think one thing at a time. Science says 2 things cannot occupy the same space at the same time. Now, I'm not going to argue with science because only a fool argue with the sciences of God's universe. Only a fool, because they're not smart enough to argue. So, singleness of focus. I'm going to end 2017 on top with more money. And this is what I'm going to focus on every day. See, a lot of us have to develop the habit of focus. A lot of us have to develop the endurance and the persistence of focus. Some of us, we can focus for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we shot. See, so that takes time. That takes effort. That takes doing daily. There's some things in life, brothers and sisters, or some things in life that we should do every day. Don't have nothing to do with holidays. Don't have nothing to do with birthdays. Don't have nothing to do with graduation. Don't have nothing to do with if it's raining. And don't have nothing to do if that's how our life has to be structured. That's where empowerment comes from. It comes from energy building up, right? All right. So number 2 is have a plan. Number 3, have a singleness of focus. What does that require, Brother Daryl? Ooh, we over time. What does that require? Requires sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice to end 2017 on top? You have to sacrifice something, brothers and sisters. Life is all about sacrifice. So don't fight it. If that's how God set up this universe, call it an ecosystem, right? Something dies, it returns back to the earth, become life and food for something else. That's what God created. Don't fight that, please, brother. So you're wasting your life. You gotta sacrifice something. What are you and I? Well, we have to sit down in the quiet of our minds and say, what am I willing to sacrifice to end 2017 on top with more money? Gotta sacrifice something. Is it time? Is it money? Is it energy? Is it all of them? How long am I willing to sacrifice? Right? How strong is my willingness to sacrifice? I'll sacrifice if ain't nothing else going on right now. But I'm not gonna sacrifice if Golden State is on like they're on right now. I'm not gonna sacrifice. I'm not gonna sacrifice Empire. I'm not gonna whatever our thing is. I'm not gonna sacrifice Bluebell vanilla homemade ice cream. Be to thyself be true, it says in the pyramids of Egypt. That's number 3. Singleness of focus. That doesn't mean Monday through Friday. That doesn't mean weekends only. That means period. Until. Number 4, last but not least, execute, brothers and sisters. Execute. We got to take massive action. Massive action. Take as much action as you can every day. Some days you'll be able to put forth more massive action than others, but put forth massive means in abundance. All you can. If all you can do is push hard for 10 minutes, then push hard for 10 minutes. That's massive action. All you have is 20 minutes to make some phone calls, Daryl. Then you spend that 20 minutes. Don't worry about, man, I need an hour. But you don't have an hour, knucklehead. You got 20 minutes. Learn how to maximize 20. Then you learn how to maximize 30, then 45, an hour. Then before you know it, you're going hard in the paint for hours and hours and hours. Massive action, brothers and sisters. That's what you and I have to do day in, day out. We got to get in that zone. You know, on the inside of us, we got to just be just like zombied out on the inside as far as focused on our goals. Focus on how to finish 2017 on top with more money. Not that you're acting stupid and crazy and bizarre, right? Not that. We got to be like Batman, right? When Batman in public, he's whatever his name is. What's his name, Batman? Right? But you look around, Batman gone. Pew! He going to get dressed and hit the Bat Cave. He got stuff to do. See, that's how we got to be. When we're around our family, we're normal people. Right? But when it's time to go, pew, we gone. We get in that zone, baby. We go and get it in. See, Daryl's gone. Right? And you might not show up again for another week, like Batman. Show up and they say, "Oh man, man, where were you? A whole lot of stuff been happening, man. I was just had a call, I had some things I had to do. But man, I said blah blah blah. They look up, you gone again. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's what it's going to require. It's not how we start. It's how we finish. How to finish 2017 on top with more money. See, that's the skeleton. See, that's the skeleton. Now you got to go put the meat on it. See, it's all scientific, brothers and sisters. God, in our womb of our mothers, the process is your skeletal system develops first, then your muscles, then your veins, then your organs. That stuff don't develop in the womb of your mother first. It's the skeletal. See, you looking for the flesh without the bone. You trying to be a tadpole, a snake. You can't be an upright walking man unless you got bones, a spinal cord. You got to have the structure, the skeletal structure to walk up straight. We got to have the skeletal structure, brothers and sisters, to increase our lives and our finance. See, this is what you get at Black Wealth Empowerment. It's going to be hard for you to find it anywhere else. Not like this, not customized like this. It'll be like you looking for it in the daylight with a flashlight. Brothers, so that's our message for today. Broadcast 112. We went a little bit over, but we like to over deliver sometime. I mean, we like to give you, we like to, give you what you need and then some. We want you to have a doggy bag that you take with you. That's how we do. We serve so much that you have to be greedy to be able to get it all in. Take some with you. So like I say, you can work on it throughout the week. You can digest it. You can parse it. You can go back and say, well, that was interesting. Let me Google that real quick. Oh man, wow. Is there discovery? You have to do the heavy lifting, brothers and sisters. You have to do your own fact-finding discovery. All right. So thank you for being here. Stay tuned for Brother Rodney Assad to come to you live later on tonight for his portion of how to finish 2017 on top. We just covered with more money. That's the skeletal. Now you have to go out, put the plan together, execute the plan with massive action. Thank you for being here, brothers and sisters. God willing, we'll see you next week. As always, we'll see you where? At the top, not from the top, because you, your family, but most importantly, our Black community deserves your very best. Stop giving your very best away to everybody else. Find a way to give your best to yourself, your family, and our community. Thank you for being here, brothers and sisters. We pray that this broadcast blessed you. Ramadan Mubarak. Hit those tabs real quick, right? Hit them real quick and send out the message. Say, man, you need to watch it. It was powerful. Take care. God bless.